All right, guys. First thing I want you guys to do is open up Clicky. To open up Clicky, okay? Now, once you open up Clicky, we are going to start our 1-point perspective practice, okay? All right. So go ahead and type at the top right, top center, however you want to do it. I want you to type in perspective practice number. This should be 7, right? All right, perspective practice number 7. Right here, look, this is how you type. Go here, go down to the type tool, and you just click right here. And you can put in perspective. Type in perspective number 7. All right, this is where we can keep up with our stuff. And what I want you to do, I want you to change it the font to serif, and then you can leave everything else the same. And that's it. Perspective number 7. All right, it's at the top right. All right, now once you do that, I want you to go here to your line tool. Okay. I want you to kind of gauge yourself to see what's in the center, see where your center point. So when I'm in the center, tell me to stop when I'm in the center. That's by center away, right? Center mark. So a little bit below center, I want you guys to make a line weight of 4 and go ahead and click snap and drag it across, just like that, a little bit below center mark. All right, make sure you click on snap. Snap is going to help you look how, see, look at snap is going to help you go straight across. That's why I told you to click on snap. All right, it's going to help you make straight lines. Now what I want you to do, uncheck snap. Uncheck snap. I want you to go in the center, and I want you to draw a orthogonal line to the corner of your page. Then I want you to drag it maybe an inch inside the page, an inch inside. A little bit more than an inch, right at an inch. Then I want you to do the same thing on the other side. What we are creating now, we are creating our sidewalk in perspective, right? So what we have here is we have a VP, which we call vantage point. We call it vantage point, all right? And we have a horizon line right here, and we have two orthogonal lines right here. Don't close it all the way, sir. Leave it on. We have 2 orthogonal lines right here, okay? All right, now what we're gonna do, we're gonna go back to our straight line tool, and the same, you see this distance right here from the corner to this orthogonal line, we're gonna create that again right here. And this is gonna be our first sidewalk. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. You disrupt my class, you can leave. Okay, so now this is what I want to see on your paper. So we have a horizon line, we have 4 orthogonal lines from there. Okay, now what I want you guys to do is go ahead and drop a line straight down. This is going to help you. This is going to help you center yourself when you draw your yellow markings in your road. Then uncheck snap and draw a, well, what you're going to do, change the line weight to 2. And draw another orthogonal line on the left side. with this distance here that I'm showing, and then do one on the opposite side with the same distance, just like that. All right. Now,
you said just change the line with the 2.
Yeah, change it to 2. Then we have this. You should see that. Just blowing it up because we're about to make some horizontal lines. Now, this program doesn't have a measuring tool. Let me check and see. It doesn't have a way to measure. It doesn't have any measuring tools for this program. So we have to eyeball it, guys. So what I mean about that is you're gonna, just for time's sake, you can do this more than just one way. All right. You can create this more than just one way. Okay. What you can do each individual sidewalk by itself, or you can do it all together and go back and erase, right? So I suggest you guys do. Sometimes I like to go back and erase, sometimes I don't. All right, but for the sake of this assignment for right now, we are going to go in and create all the lines together. So what we're going to do, the lines that are closest to the VP are going to be closer together, and as they recede to the foreground, meaning closest to you, they separate. So for an example, I'm gonna start at the top. I'm gonna click snap, and all I'm gonna do is go here, straight across. Now, I've made a mistake, guys. I'm gonna correct myself right now. I need you guys to do this. If you're following me, I want you to do this right now. Go to your layers. It just hit me. I did not do this. When you create a brand new layer, a brand new clicky, make sure you have 2 layers. Make sure you have 2 layers. All right. First layer, this is going to be your drawing layer. Make sure you go ahead and rename that drawing layer. Drawing. All right. Now what you're going to do, you're going to go ahead and click on it. So whatever you do for now on is going to be attached to, it's only going to be on this transparent layer right here. So later on down the line, once you commit to what you want to draw, you can merge this drawing layer with this layer 1. So, basically what I'm saying is it gives you the option to erase easily, and you can move stuff around. So say like if I draw a house and I wanted to move that house around, I can duplicate the house and create it on both sides. But that's down the line a little bit. So let's go back to these lines right here we're doing. All right. So we're going to draw the line straight across. They're going to be close together. And as the lines move down, you are going to give them space. As the line moves down, you are going to give them a little space. Just like that. But you see how I have Snapchat? See, I have Snapchat. Snap is helping me go across without even thinking. All I'm doing is rubbing my hand across the screen. I'm just going across the screen just like this. And then I'll leave that last one undone. Okay. Now, I'm gonna go in with my eraser tool. Go ahead and clean it up a little bit. So I'm going in right here, clean this up. Just clean it up. Go ahead and clean it up. Clean it up. All right. Now I'm gonna blow it up so I can clean it up a little bit better. Because I want this thing to look really nice, man. Clean it up. So this is the drawback of doing it this way. You have to go back and erase all these lines. But it guarantees you that you're going to get the right angle on your line. Then if you want to, you can go ahead and start erasing. Oh, I did that on my first layer. So you can go ahead and start erasing this stuff right here. Turn the brush size down. Oh Lord, I wonder why I can't erase these lines here. Mr. McCray, these lines right here won't erase. Somebody tell me why. Because you have to go to the right layer. Good job. All right. All right. So now I have that cleaned up pretty decent. Now I'm going to go back to my line tool, uncheck snap, and I'm going to go in with a line width of 2, start at my VP, my vanishing point, and bring another orthogonal line down on the side of the sidewalk. This is like the stump, the stoop, like when you're walking down into the road. And I'm gonna do the other side the same. If you do your sidewalk like this, it's not going to look right because this is the same proportion as the distance from here to here. So if I do I see some of you guys sidewalk looking like that, right? That's like a big block. That's like a block that you would find on like the interstate. This is not a sidewalk. All right. This sidewalk right here is more true to perspective. This is not. So you have to make sure, please make sure that you are working with that like that, okay? Now, we have to bring reality to this sidewalk. And how do you do that? By adding your vertical lines. Vertical lines go here. So to help you out so you will not get it wrong, because guess what? Some of you guys do it like this. I say this over and over and over and over and over again. The reason why you guys do it like this, someone tell me why. Because you are trying your best to get to the line fast. And by you taking a little bit more time, it seems like it's wrong, but it's actually right. For an example, let's look. Everybody look at me for a second. Before you start drawing, look at me for a second. This is what everybody getting wrong. And I understand it. Why you getting it wrong? Because I got it wrong when I first started doing it too. This is without snap check. Check it out. This is without snap check. I'm gonna show you the right way, and then I'm gonna show you the wrong way again. But if you would look, if you want to get this right, you will stop what you're doing and look at me. So what you want to do, this right here, I want you to tell me. I want you to tell me if this is right or wrong. Who says right? Raise your hand if you say it's right. Raise your hand if it's wrong. All right, good job. All right. The reason why it's wrong is because it will intersect with the horizon line. What do I mean about intersect with the horizon line? I'm sorry. It would intersect with the side of the paper. All right. That means one day that this line right here would intersect with the side of this paper. Just like this. See this line right here? This line would one day intersect with the side of this paper. Right here. One day. But guess what? I don't want that to do that. So guess what I'm gonna do? I want it to go straight up and down, straight up and down. So we're gonna make this line go straight up and down, just like this, straight up and down. Is that right? Raise your hand if that's right. All right, good job. Now, what you can do, this program has a tool called Snap. It will help you, with your angles of your lines. So check this. It snaps in place. So all I have to do is just take it straight down. And guess what? You see how it's snapping? You see how it's snapping? See how the line's snapping? It already has set degrees that it'll go on. Like it'll never go on this degree right here. See that? Because I created that degree myself. But it'll definitely go straight up and down for you for sure. All right, so straight up and down, and then another one right here, straight up and down, straight up and down, straight up and down, here, straight up and down. That's the problem that we're having with this point in this perspective. That's the reason why your perspective is off, because you're not paying attention to detail. These small detail right here will give you the illusion that you are standing in the road. And to the left of you are a set of sidewalks, and to the right of you is a set of sidewalks. All right. Here we go. Everyone should have a road and 2 sidewalks right now. Should have at least that. All right. Now let's try to go in and create a building. So I know I'm moving kind of fast, but I'm doing this because I'm recording right now. All right. So I will come back and help you guys, but so I want you guys to give me some answers. Try to participate. When you start to draw a building, when you want to draw a building, what's the first thing you do? You draw the shape. Good job. So what's the general shape of most buildings? Square or what? Rectangles. Great job. Go ahead and get your stuff out, man, and put that up. Please. You've been doing super good. Yes, you. Get your stuff out. You've been doing such a great job. Please, let's keep it going. All right? Proud of you. Go ahead and get your Chromebook out and go ahead and log into Click. You need who has a charger in here that she can borrow? Anybody have a charger that she can borrow? Here you go, right here, ma'am. There you go. Yeah, put them plugs right here behind you, ma'am. All right. Just leave it right there. Leave it right there. All right. Thank you, Mr. Weaver. Okay, so first thing we do, since we have code, right? We have building codes in our city. We're gonna try to make up one. We're gonna make up a building code. So we're gonna say these houses need to be a certain distance away from the sidewalk. So we're gonna say they need to be an inch away. All right, same, but this is not an inch in real life. This may be a couple yards, but we're gonna say they need to be this distance in our drawing. So do that on both sides, right? All right. Now, what we're going to do, we are going to create our first building. And we are going to go here. First building, make sure you're online, wait for first building, create your shape. Got my shape. See, this is like heaven, being able to use this program. You don't like, if you was doing this with paper and a pencil and a ruler, you would have to draw 4 different lines. With this program, we just drew a shape. And now we only have to draw one orthogonal line and a vertical line to create a building. So once you get your shape centered above the horizon line, you go here and attach this to your VP. Once you attach that to your VP, you cut it off. How big you want how long do you want your building to be? How do you want your building to be? You want your building to be from here to here? Or do you want it from, here, here? So it's up to you. It's up to you. Sometimes when I do this assignment, I create my floor plan first, meaning I already know what my rows are, my intersections are at, and all that type of stuff. All right. But for now, we're just kind of winging it. We're just, going for it, right? So we're gonna go and I'm gonna take it about right here. And guess what? I'm gonna go ahead and use snap so it'll go straight down for me. Bam, look at that. Now, what I do next? What I need to do now? Erase the lines I do not need. This is, guys, here's a detail that you probably need to look at. Once you make your orthogonal lines and you make your shape lines and your vertical line to cut your building off, right? Some students don't understand what lines they need to erase. So if I was you, I would stop what I'm doing, stop drawing and look at the board. So here's some areas you need to erase. First thing you need to do, you need to definitely erase this orthogonal line. That goes to the VP. Take that out. Some artists like to keep that there. See, I don't, because I want to be spontaneous. I want to own my own cityscape. I want to own my own cityscape. I mean, I want to put the buildings how tall I want them. I don't want them to be all in that one perspective. I want a taller building. I may want a smaller building. I might want to put a swimming pool right here in this area. I want to create my own cityscape, all right? So let's go ahead and take this line out. You see it won't erase, so you go to the layer. That's a mistake that we made before we start. Let's go here, okay? Go here, take that out. All right, should I erase this line right here? You see that little line in the back? Can I erase that line? Listen up, guys. Y'all look at the board for a second. Should I erase that little line right there in the back? No, yes, no. Why not? The reason why I should erase that is because it's giving me the illusion that I have depth in this composition. If I erase that line, it would not show me that there's space between this building and this VP point, right? This is where the sun rises. This is where the sun rises. All right, let's attempt to do another building on the right side. Let's attempt to do another building on the right side. All right. All right. So we're gonna drop down a little bit lower than this building, and we are going to let it bleed off the paper. You see, remember what I said? You remember when I was telling you guys, never let I don't want your stuff to bleed off the paper. This time, let it bleed off. Let it bleed off. Just go ahead and let it bleed off, and right there. All right. What's the next thing we got to do, guys? Send our orthogonal line down to the VP. Uncheck snap. Send it to the VP. All right. Once you send it to the VP, once you send that to the VP, you go ahead and click on snap. Now this is up to you. How long do you want your building to be? Do you want it to be this long? You cut it off right here. Make like a shopping center or a hotel room or something like that, hotel building. All right. Or you can cut it off and turn it into a bank. Look more like a bank building. You know, however you want to do it, it's up to you. So I'm going to cut it off by right there. Now what I have to do next, go ahead and erase the lines you do not need. So we're going to erase the lines we do not need. And that is the orthogonal line there. These lines right here in the center. And we are on the wrong layer again, but it's okay. But we're going to reckon with 2 layers. Right. All right. So let's all right, we'll stop. We'll go ahead. I'll go ahead and stop the recording right there. But here, guys, we created. Let's recap, guys. We started off with a with the horizon line, guys. Then we created a sidewalk. Then we spread out the buildings from the sidewalk with 2 orthogonal lines right here, right? Then we went and we created a building, and we created a building on the right side. All right. All right.